Carl and Dan here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life. gbhblofficial for short, and it is battle. I was going to say battle reaction time. It's not. You're not Brendan. It is not battle reaction time. It's just standard reaction time. As we are going to take a look at the brand new song from Future Palace, the German post-hardcore trio. New single, Defeating Gravity. And this is, of course, coming from the upcoming album Run, due for release on the 10th of June, 2022 via Rising Empire. I've been enjoying my journey with Future Palace, not really knowing anything about them until the singles started to drop for this upcoming album. This is, I think, the second or third one I've listened to. And each one I've been like, damn, I like this band. I like what they're doing, you know? And post-hardcore is something I always enjoy. So, and it's something you enjoy. So, yeah.
I've never heard of them. I'm hoping I enjoy it. I'm hoping I enjoy it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Acted like a tool. I saw no end of what I could do. I didn't know I could break like this. Held myself up for way too much. I forget for as long as I can think. Like the fragility of
Okay. Reading that last bit at the end now. So I hadn't seen the video beforehand. I only listened to the track, and I thoroughly enjoyed it as of time recording, literally a few hours ago. And I was kind of like, okay, yeah, this is doing it for me. I really love the sort of mix of pop sensibilities and pop vocals with the harder rock sound. And then there's these obviously very, very smooth, very, very careful transitions into this more metalcore, hardcore roars and screams and heaviness that then transitions out of without skipping a beat. Because when they normally do that, vocalists, you find they often tend to do it as they're leading into something, whereas she was doing it as part of a section, and it was going from one to the other. I thought that was incredible. That really impressed me.
I really, really, really like the song. It's really good. I wouldn't call it post-hardcore.
Well, they're a post-hardcore band. Remember that. So not everything they do will be post-hardcore. So like this is the third single from this new coming album. And obviously there's going to be variety. So I presume this is one of the variety tracks.
I can only help but draw parallels to another band called As Everything Unfolds from the UK. Yeah. They really, really reminded me of them. And also Spirit Box. A little bit too much.
Fair enough.
The really soft spoken singing, straight to the screams, the three members, like it really I was like I started watching it, I was like, damn, okay, German Spirit Box, but obviously it's not there.
Well, of course.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
When did Spirit Box come about?
They've been about for a couple of years.
Yeah, so Future Palace. Future Palace's debut album was in 2020.
Spirit Box have been longer than that.
Well, no, that was the debut album. I don't know how long before that. I'm not saying, here's the thing, is the fact that you've invoked the name of Spirit Box is frustrating to me, because I really dislike the fact that now apparently is the spa setter for everything that is in a similar vibe. Because I went to see, and people might disagree with me on this and whatever, but I went to see a group of bands about 3 months ago, maybe a little earlier this year. And the headliner was Rollo Tomasi. And Rollo Tomasi have been around for years, over a decade. That is, they were doing Spirit Box for Spirit Box is doing. And I get it, Spirit Box are doing different stuff. They're not copying Rollo Tomasi or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But this obviously whole like, oh, the fact that you initially went to Spirit Box, and I get that because Spirit Box is what you know, Future Palace is not what you know. And I guess maybe I've got this kind of negative start in Spirit Box today as well. For the record, if you're watching this, it's not because of the music, it's because of the you, not you specifically.
You sitting behind your monitor, you dickhead.
If you're sitting there raging and spitting feathers because I've just said something negative about Spirit Box, then I am talking about you directly, because what's put me off Spirit Box is the fan base, who are generally some of the most disgusting, horrible people I've ever experienced online. And I'm a wrestling fan. And that's, so do you know what I mean? So yeah, that speaks volumes alone. I absolutely just I like Spirit Box. I do like what they do, but I find I got on my way to kind of avoid them to a certain degree because of that. But I do get the comparisons, particularly when, as you say, you're a three-piece and you have a woman fronting your band. But then it's like, well, that can't be the fucking level, can it?
Yeah,
because
it was mainly like visual and sound. Yeah, once again, I really like them. I just thought the parallel was a little bit funny. You know, it's like I'm not saying anybody's ripping them off or anything. It's a good song. Course. I really like the electronic stuff they do. It's a given. I like metalcore. I'm gonna like the metalcore song.
Yeah, we got a bit distracted there. I want to bring this back around to Future Palace. Yeah, for me, that just kind of really appealed. Her vocals, I absolutely love, but I love the drumming as well. And actually,
I was gonna say,
I thought it was really good at listening, but a benefit of a visual medium is watching him and seeing him do it. I'm like, oh yeah,
he looks like he's into it.
Yeah, he's putting the time in, as it were.
Yeah.
And I'm always impressed when that kind of level of high quality music comes out of a three-piece more than anything else, because not the easiest thing to do in the world, is it? You know.
But, no, definitely not.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm intrigued by, like I said, the fact this is my first go around with Future Palace. I certainly didn't know anything about the debut in 2020, but then, well, because of the pandemic and stuff like that, lots of things went under the radar at the time. So I'm certainly watching this one quite closely. I'm quite excited to see what this full album will be like and see if it ends up being up there for me, or if we just get
I'll keep them on my radar, definitely.
Yeah, it's called Run. Well, there you go. What do you reckon? What do you think of Future Palace's defeating Gravity? You know what to do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?